Namaste and welcome to Mandali Yoga. My name is Ran. Welcome to your full body yoga flow practice. Before we start the practice, please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel, Mandali Yoga, as your support provides me the motivation to continue doing what I'm doing and share my love of yoga with the rest of the world. I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, so it'll be great if you could please subscribe to this video and help me get there as soon as possible. We're going to start a little bit differently today. So we're going to start lying down on the mat. So the invitation is to come to lie down on the mat. Once you arrive here, bring your feet a comfortable distance away from each other. You might even find the corners of the mat with your heels. Place your hands by your side. Now take a moment to arrive mentally and physically on the mat and soften the shoulder blades into the earth. And just a gentle tour through the body internally, observing how the body is feeling today. There might be areas of ease, aches, pains, tightness, or soreness. Observing and welcoming it all without analyzing, without thinking. Now, with the next exhalation, let go of the body. Bring your awareness to your breath. Notice your inhales and exhales, and you can place your awareness to the tips of your nostrils, or you may choose to observe the belly rise and fall. And now, if you like to set an intention for the practice or intention for the day, feel free to do so. One more breath here. And now slowly begin to bring your feet together. Take a full body stretch. Extend your hands to the back and point the toes away from the body. One more breath here. Now release. Hug the right knee into the chest. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, pull the knee a little bit closer towards your chest. Now, invitation to stay here or lift the head. Bring the head as close to the knee as possible. So it's not compulsory for the head to touch the knee. If it does, it's great. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Begin to release. And then use your left hand to guide the right knee across the body. Right hand extends to the right side. Now you're welcome to look away from the right knee towards your right thumb, or even close your eyes. Come back to center. Let's swap the legs. Hug the left knee into the chest, right leg long on the mat. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, pull the knee a little bit closer towards your chest. Stay here or lift the head. Bring it as close to the knee as possible. Release. Use your right hand to guide the left knee across the body into a twist. Left hand extends to the left side. You're welcome to look towards your left thumb if that's available to you. One more breath here. Come back to center. This time, hug both knees into the chest. We're going to go into happy baby. Hold on to the outer edges of your feet. Hands. Pushing the knees towards the armpits, rather pulling, and the feet pushing into the hands. So make it a bit more active. And you might get an urge to rock from side to side here. So can you instead find stillness and press the lower back into the mat? Very good. Now begin to hug both knees into the chest again and place the feet on the mat with your knees bent. We're going to take our left ankle and cross it on top of the right knee. two options here. Option one, left hand, left knee. Push the knee away from the shoulder. Otherwise, go into recline pigeon. Interlace the hands behind the right knee. You may choose to extend your leg towards the sky. Maybe flex the toes towards your face. Return the right foot to the mat, followed by the left foot. We're going to now take the right ankle, place it on top of the left knee, make a figure four. Again, option one, right hand, right knee, push it away from the right shoulder. You can stay here or you can go into recline pigeon. Interlace the hands behind the left knee. Hug the left knee into your chest. Maybe extend the leg to the sky. If it feels good to flex your toes, flex the toes towards your face. One more breath here. Begin now to return the left foot to the mat, followed by the right foot. We're going to hug both knees into the chest. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side if that feels good. Now, let's cross our ankles, place our hands on our shins, rock back and forth. Maybe 2 rocks, maybe 3 rocks, maybe 4 if you like an extra one. Come and find a seat. Extend your legs towards the front. So I'm just shuffling back to create space for my feet. Bring your feet comfortable distance away from each other. Ideally hip width distance. So what's hip width? If you put your 2 fists together, that's your skeletal hip width. So placing that between your feet to create that hip width distance. Now lean back, place your hands behind you. Bend the knees, place the feet on the mat. We're going to go into a reverse tabletop. So press into the palms and the heels. Lift the pelvis towards the sky. Now, if the pelvis is down below the knees, look towards the knees. If your pelvis is in line with your knees, look up. Maybe even look back. The head will hang heavy. All you want to do is make sure that the wrists are below the shoulders. 2 breaths here. Now, slowly come back down and take a seat. Lengthen the legs. This time, bring the feet a little bit closer. Place your fingertips on either side of your quad muscles. Round the upper back slightly. Look down towards your knees. Yeah. Now draw the lower belly in. Engage the core. Lift the left leg off the mat. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Return the left heel down. Lift the right leg off the mat. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now sweep your legs around. Come into all fours. Come onto your hands and your knees. Your wrists are going to be below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Very good. Beginning now to extend the left hand towards the back of the room. Sorry, the left leg towards the back of the room. Left hand to the back of the room will be like a horror movie, yeah? Contorting ourselves. Hips square, toes point to the floor. Now shift the weight onto the left hand. Extend the right hand to the front. Lift the right bicep to be next to the right ear. Right palm faces the left side. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to all fours. Go through a few rounds of cat-cow first. On the inhale, lower the belly towards the ground. On the exhale, round the upper back. Inhale, shine your heart open. Exhale, chin to chest. 2 more rounds here. Inhale, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, letting the tailbone descend towards the ground. 1 more. Come back to all fours. Well done. Now, take your right leg towards the back of the room. Left hand towards the front. Bring the left bicep next to the left ear. Left palm faces the right side. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to all fours. We're going to now tuck our toes. Press all finger knuckles into the mat. Spread the fingers out wide. Now, pressing into the palms and the toes, lift the knees and hover the knees a few centimeters off the mat. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go into downward facing dog from here. Push the tailbone towards the sky. If you need to make any adjustments or move around on the mat, feel free to do so. So my hands are disproportionately longer compared to my legs. So I always have to have a slightly longer dog than most people. One more breath. Very good. Walk your feet to your hands. Come into a forward fold. On the inhale, come into halfway lift. Glide your hands on your shins. On the exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Hands go towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Step back to high plank. And then let's take a flow here. So chaturanga, low plank, with or without the knees on the mat. Cobra or upward facing dog, your choice of back bend. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Let's walk our feet to our hands again, coming to forward fold at the top edge of the mat. Bring your big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, or feet at hip width distance. It's up to you. We're going to go into chair pose. So as you sit in your imaginary chair, allow the biceps to frame the ears and the knees are in line with each other. Deep breaths into the diaphragm and allow the tailbone to descend towards the earth. Bring your hands to heart center and fold all the way down. We're going to take the left foot and step it to the back of the mat. So we're coming into runner's lunge and then lower the back knee down, untuck the toes. Hands to the sky, low lunge. So like we did in chair pose, in low lunge, the tailbone is descending to the ground as well. Think of the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. An easy, steady breath. Find your gaze, your drishti. Bring the fingertips down onto the ground, tuck the toes on the back leg, lift the back knee, and then straighten the front knee to pyramid pose. So in pyramid, sometimes the hands don't reach the floor, and that's okay. You can place your hands on your shin or ankles. You can even lift the back heel slightly to give you more length. Begin to fold your forehead towards your shin. One more breath here. Bend the front knee again until it's above the ankle. Turn the back foot at 90 degrees to face the left side of the room. And then we're going to simply windmill our hands, go into warrior two. Palms face the floor. Gaze straight ahead. Grounding down through all four corners of both feet into the mat. One breath here. Now we're going to flip the palm, reverse the warrior. So take your right hand up. Wrap the left hand around the right hip and then transition to a forward fold. Hands come in front of your right foot. Left foot steps forward to meet the right foot. Inhale to halfway lift. Hands on your shins. Exhale to fold. Inhale, press through the feet as you rise up, reaching your hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center as we fold all the way down. Prepare for chair pose. Either feet at hip width or big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Once you arrive in chair pose, pull the pelvic floor up. Deep breaths into the diaphragm. This is the second time I'm doing this in today's practice. So inhale, fill up. Exhale, maybe sink a little bit deeper into the pose. Shift the weight onto your heels. Lift all 10 toes off the mat. Bring your hands to heart center, forward fold, toes return to the mat. Take your right foot, step it to the back of the mat. Lower the back knee down, untuck the toes, hands to the sky. Low lunge. So pressing the top of the right foot into the mat here, notice the right hip. Notice how it feels compared to the left hip. Hands come down. We're going to tuck the toes on the back leg, lift the back knee, and then begin to straighten the front knee. So front knee as straight as possible unless it hurts to do so. And pyramid pose is very unique for each person. So some of us need to take our leg further back or bring the back foot in slightly. So notice how it feels and make the adjustments accordingly. One more breath here. Let's bend the front knee until it's above the ankle again, and then open the right toes to the right side of the room. Windmill your hands open, come into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So we want to allow the tailbone to descend towards the floor and press through all four corners of both feet into the mat. Keeping the left knee above the left ankle. One more breath here. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior, wrap the right hand around the left hip, and then transition to a high plank. Hands frame the left foot as the left foot steps back to meet the right foot. Chaturanga, cobra or up dog will meet in downward facing dog. Two more breaths here in down dog. And then we're going to go to child's pose. So ripple forward into a high plank first. Then lower the knees below the hips. Bring the big toes to touch. Knees as wide as the mat. Hips sink towards the heels as you begin to walk your hands forward. Two more breaths here in child's pose. Slowly come back up into downward facing dog. We want to prepare for pigeon pose. Inhale, right leg to the sky. On the exhale, place the right knee behind the right wrist. Untuck the left toes. Now you're welcome to stay here, more than welcome to hang out here, or walking your hands forward and folding your forehead towards the ground. Or you can make cushion with two fists for your forehead as well. Slowly begin to straighten the spine. We're now going to extend the left leg towards the front and cross it over your right knee. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So once you're here, wrap your right hand around the left knee. Left hand goes behind you. If this is not pleasant, you can stretch this right leg long as well. That's fine as well. Spine straight. And to twist deeper, gaze towards the back of the mat. Chin close to your left shoulder. One more breath here. Come back to center. Transition back to pigeon. And then from there to downward facing dog. Well done. On the inhale, left leg to the sky. On the exhale, left knee behind the left wrist. Untuck the right toes. So again, you're welcome to stay upright or lower down. So some of us like to get down to our elbows. Place the forehead on the block if you're using a block at home, or make cushion with two fists for your forehead. Another alternative is to walk your hands forward until the forehead arrives on the mat. Slowly come back up to center. Shift the weight onto that left hip as you take your right leg across this thigh. Sitting tall and as straight as possible. Wrap the left hand around the right knee and the right hand goes behind you. So you might be leaning back if the hand's further away. If that's you, to straighten the spine, bring the hand closer to the tailbone. One more breath here. Come back to center. We're going to go into butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet to touch. Wrap your hands around the feet. On the inhale, straighten the spine. On the exhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears. You're welcome to hang out here. If you like to go deeper, simply fold forward as you take your forehead towards your toes. Two more breaths here. Now begin to straighten the spine. Cross your legs into a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Close your eyes. Now bring to mind any intention that you may have set at the beginning of the practice. Repeat the intention to yourself. And then begin to bring the thumbs to third eye center, to your lips, and to your heart. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice today. Wherever you're in the world, have a great morning, awesome afternoon, or amazing evening. I will see you soon on the mat. Namaste.